Hello and welcome to English class standard 12th. We will be doing brainstorming of Father Returning Home in this class. The first question of brainstorming is discuss the difficulties faced by the father in the poem. Some of the difficulties are given here. The father is returning late in the day. He has to stand the entire trip home. He is in wet clothes for a long time till he can reach home. His sight is weak with age. His chief footwear is muddy, and so on. You all have to write the difficulties faced by father. Discuss the character sketch of father with the help of given points. We have to make use of the points and then we have to write the answer. We have to make use of the points necessarily. Now here the father is on the late train. He is hardworking. He does not spend any money on himself, so his appearance is very shabby. All these points you have to include and continue with the answer. All the points given should be made use of. Given below are the ideas conveyed through the poem. We have to match the pairs and draw out the hidden meaning from the expressions. So we have to make use of the expressions and what exactly is the meaning of that expression. So this is the question. In the next slide, answers are given. Expressions are: children avoid expressing themselves because of hostility of children. Next is father was deprived of refreshing hot beverages or nourishing diet because his basic daily requirements were not catered. That is the meaning of this line. Next is father hurries home crossing the railway line because father is eager to meet his family. Likewise, we have to continue with explaining the meaning of the expressions given. You can go through it. Find the lines to prove the following facts from the poem. Explanation is given. Which line conveys that meaning? You have to find out from the poem. Father is deprived of good food. Which line shows that? Home again, I see him drinking weak tea, eating a stale chapati. This line conveys that father is deprived of good food. Next is children did not have a healthy relation with the father. Which line shows it? His sullen children have often refused to share jokes and secrets with him. This line shows that children and father do not have cordial relations. The poet deals with the theme of man's estrangement from a man-made world. Analyze it with the help of the poem. So here the poet is dealing with, showing with that the father does not want to be in the people. He wants to stay alone. There are two scenarios in the poem. The first part is about the father's time spent outside, and the second part is how he spends time at home. The first line says that he is traveling on the evening train. The Mumbai local trains are always crowded, and the crowds, they do not speak to their fellow passengers, and he stands silently without talking to anyone. He doesn't take leave of his friend and no one waves him amongst the crowd. So he is all alone. He wants to stay alone in the crowd. Father contemplates about his past and peeps into his future. Why does he do so? That is, we have to give the reason. The father silently ponders on his past means he wants to enjoy his past, be in the memories of the past. He wants to relive his past because in his present he is all alone and he wants to enjoy his future plans. So he cannot discuss it with his family members as he is not having any cordial relations. So he always enjoys his past in the memories of past and also is happy with his future plans. Identify and write the lines from the poem which express the following figures of speech. The lines you have to write which show simile, alliteration and onomatopoeia. First one is simile, like a word dropped from a long sentence. The father getting off the train is compared to the word dropped unnoticed as many other words are there. So this is the first sentence. Alliteration, second one is there. My father travels on the late evening train. Here the sound T is repeated. Next one more sentence is there. Suburbs slide past as unseen eyes. The sound S is repeated. In this way, we have to identify the figures of speech of those lines and we have to write it. One more question based on figures of speech identified. So here I see him drinking weak tea, eating a stale chapati. Here stale chapati stands for stale food, and where the part symbolizes the whole, that is complete. Guess the name of the figure of speech. Which figure of speech it is? So the figure of speech is synecdoche, which shows the complete food that the father is eating is not fresh, it is stale. Here you have to use suitable describing words as they are appeared from the poem, and you have to make use of the words given in the bracket. This is a homework for you. Father's attire, how was it? It was soggy. Father's tea was weak. Father's footwear, muddy. Father's food was stale. Father's eyesight was dim. Like this you have to write it as a homework. Write a counter view on the following topic. Every day is a Mother's Day or Father's Day. If you love them, you don't need to wait for such days. Celebrating days is just a formality. Make use of all those points and write the opposites of those points and write the counter view. You have to give the topic also. Next activity is you have to do a group discussion about children's role towards the parents and senior citizens. How much concern is this young generation, that is the generation of yours, towards the elder people and the parents? You have to do a group discussion. Next activity is compose a short poem in about 4 to 6 lines about your father. So that you have to do it. Each one of you will do it. Write a character sketch of your family member. It can be anyone, your grandfather, your grandmother, your mother, or anyone whom you adore in your family. Next activity, Dilip Chitre has translated Sant Tukaram's Abhanga devotional poem, for which he has received Sahitya Academy Award. This we have discussed about the author in that slide. Then you have to collect more information about him from the internet. Next is various occupations related to the services which can be rendered to senior citizens. Means what occupation senior citizens can do. They can counsel patients of Alzheimer's disease. So what is that? You have to find it out from net, and you have to see which of the occupations will be there for elder citizens, senior citizens. So with this we come to an end of brainstorming of Father Returning Home. Hope you would have understood it. Thanks for watching. Meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.